That was kind of the theory. Now, and this concept kind of started in radio, but now it's with the explosion in cable TV, it's kind of moved over to TV too. We're not really broadcasters anymore. The tail's kind of wagging the dog. We're all really narrowcasters, and that's what she means. She means that you don't just try to get anybody. You just don't program to try to get everybody to watch. You program to try to get a particular age, education, and income group, and sometimes racial group to watch. And this even has affected the broadcasters, so that if you watch NBC, when NBC was so popular, must-see TV and the Thursday night blockbuster lineup, one of the complaints was you didn't see any black people on NBC, any of those shows. Seinfeld, Friends, all these shows set in New York, and you never see a black person. Well, that's because their target audience wasn't us. They were looking for they were looking for better educated, white, upper income, yuppie types, and that's who watch those shows. You look at UPN, which some people call the Your People Network, Your People Network, black folks. They're targeting to try to attract more of a minority audience with the shows they have on. And Fox started doing that too when they first started up, when Fox first their network became popular, but then they shifted away from that. So everyone is looking for a target audience of a particular demographic. CBS, the network I work for now, their audience has traditionally been a little older, been a lot older. Even like senior citizen older. That's not the audience that most advertisers want, even though there's a lot of debate on that now, because that audience actually has the most money to spend. But advertisers like younger audiences, like you, because they think you're more impressionable. That even though you don't have as much money in your pocket, that you are easier to influence, and your tastes and brand loyalties aren't as well established. So they want people who are younger, people who are a little bit, have a little bit of money in their pocket to spend. And that's the audiences that advertisers want. Everybody's after the young audience. And that's kind of funny itself, because the American population in general is getting older. We have about 10 or 15 minutes left. And I do want to answer more questions if there are more questions out there, but I haven't seen more hands. Any more hands? Other than ones propping up heads. I'm talking about hands for questions. Okay. We've talked about this a little bit. We've hit on this a little bit, but I want to, as we wrap up, go back to it. What is the advice that you would have for students, young people, who might be interested in getting into the media? What's their best road of preparation, and what should they be thinking about in terms of perhaps getting into this business? Maureen?
First of all, I want to thank the students for being here, and I would like to challenge each and every one of you to write an article to the Tribune, to the Sun-Times, to the South Towns, to the Chicago Defender about your experiences today. Address it to the editor or to the People Speak part of the newspaper. I would also suggest to get into the business, volunteer with an organization, volunteer with the History Makers, volunteer with NAACP, Rainbow Push, the Urban League. Each one of those organizations has a media component. I mean, so much you can learn by volunteering, because the person that will be over you has to know the information and has the education on media. So I would suggest stay in school, continue to read. My door of opportunity had a crack in it, but now if you look at my door, it has footprints and handprints on it. You gotta knock that door of opportunity down. So volunteer.
Thank you very much. Cathy?
I agree.
Salim?
Can I be that concise as well? Well, actually, you know, follow your interests. I think the advice that Derrick gave was very, very important. There are many ways to get into the media, and you can use those ways through your own interests. I think the fact that you have a certain interest, whatever it may be, is kind of the direction you should go. Is the hint from your inner being about the direction that you should go. So follow that. Become an expert on what you're interested in. Become as well versed on what you're interested in as you can possibly become, and then write about it or talk about it. Be literate. Read as much as you possibly can. There's nothing more important than reading. That's the most important skill you will ever learn. Counting is important too, but you know you have to do that anyway. But reading, make yourself read, and I guess that's about it.
Okay. Don?
I would underscore the point about reading, and in particular Cathy's point about writing. If you're on TV, it looks like these people are it just flows from them. It's written. Somebody has to write that. But more important than anything else, attitude is everything in life. Attitude. If you believe that you can't do something, if you let people persuade you that because I'm black, because I'm poor, because of whatever else, I can't do it, you will not do it. If you believe you'll do something, believe it can be done, you'll make it happen. You'll find a way. More than that, you'll know when opportunity comes, because opportunity does come. Don't close the door with an attitude that says it can't happen.
I would, you know, echo what Don and Salim said. You know, reading is so important, and I differ a little bit. I would say, you know, if you're going to spend your time reading, read great writers. It doesn't take any more time, doesn't cost any less. You know, there is a great tradition of literature, African American literature, and other stuff too. Other writers have a lot to tell about us, about our condition. You know, read really good writing and write as much as you can. If you can write, you will be able to make a living. Not only in the media, and by the media I mean, again, the internet, I mean newspapers, radio, television, magazines, cable. I also mean advertising, public relations. Those are also basically, you know, all based around writing. So if you can write, you can find a way to make a living. And good writing will also help you in the business world, because anybody in business will tell you that most folks can't write an English sentence. It will help you in law. In the legal field, they're always looking for people that can express themselves and write well. So there is no avenue that you can go into where that skill will not stand you in good stead. But certainly, if you're going to be a journalist, read as much as you can, know about as many different things as you can, and bring your passion to work every day. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate you being with us. It's been our pleasure, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the History Month.